Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will be looking at Patia. Okay, so trade secret event. I don't give a damn. I do not care. We care about ranked rewards. Yes. Oh, look at these berries. Oh, the grapes. The grapes. Okay. We've got different colored grapes for everyone. If you're Conqueror... Oh, you scroll past the game mode? Okay, scroll past the game mode. Oh. Scrolls past the game mode. Wait. Is there a game mode? No, nobody cares about the game mode, guys. Let's be real. Still no monument? Yes. Okay, let's go listen to what we care about. First, grapes. Love that. I honestly love that you also get waves as a reward. It's like good vibes. You care? Oh my god. Oh no. Map pool rotation. Okay, great. See, guys, we're just scrolling past the things that don't matter. I just want to see the difference between teams. Oh, guys, you get more grapes if you're in a team. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. You get multiple grapes. Love that. That's a great reward. Okay. So Boulder Bay into Archipelago. I think that's a change. That's definitely a change. It's not like any of us were playing water maps anyway, right? So if you're not a water map enjoyer, you will still not see the water. But Archipelago does allow for you to camp in your base and wait until Imperial if you are under a specific rank. So 4 lakes to Canal, love that. Canal is a much more, I don't know, I think low-ranked map that a lot more people can relate to. Altai, though, I love Altai. Altai is the map with the mountains, and that, to me, is wonderful. Because it means I can sit in my base and build a second TC without getting punished too easily. Relic River into Rocky River. I mean, Rocky River is great. I think most people like Rocky River, but Relic River was kind of nice to have. I think it's just a little bit too new for a lot of people to enjoy. Lipany into Hill and Dale. Give me a good Hill and Dale. I love a Hill and Dale. From Prairie to Hideout. I mean, this is also really fun. Prairie has been a map that we love tower rushing on, and Mongol thrives, but also HRE tower rushes thrive. And as an HRE, or not HRE tower rushes, HRE thrives because you just have so many sheep and you can burger rush your opponent. Continental, it's water. I never see it. Mongolian Heights to Hedge Maze. Hedge Maze. Oh, that's gonna get a... We're gonna be vetoing that one. Let me just quickly see what that one looks like. Give me 1 second. Okay, now there we go. There we go. Oh my god, that's gonna get a veto. Guys, that's gonna get a veto. Because imagine you're playing with your team boys. Oh, and we got ASMR redeemed. Alright, guys. So, Hedge Maze will be vetoed on my map pool every game. Because imagine you playing with a bunch of dens, dealing with people. Hedge Maze is going to be down. Very nice. No Hedge Maze for us. Then Nagari from Rugged. Let's see, Rugged. No, never seen this map. Veto it every time. But what was the other one? Nagari. Nagari? Beautiful. Let's go see. I like Nagari. Nagari is a little bit wild. It's like little water, but not too much. Very nice. Okay. Finally, water lanes into Relic River. So they just couldn't let it go. They want Relic River in the map pool no matter what. But I'm okay with that. It's a wonderful map. Now, AI updates. Great. I'm not even going to read that. Ladies and gentlemen, none of us play AI here. We're all here for the competitive stuff. Okay, now, enough of ASMR. I need to spurg out on this one. Market landmarks can now use the shift hotkey to buy bulk and sell resources. Yes! Yes! As a resource hoarder, guys, I am a hoarder. I am a hoarder. And this is for me. This is for me. This is for me that has 5,000 gold in the bank. And I want to buy stuff. Yes, I do appreciate that. So, naval units are now immediately subtracted from population value, even in custom mode UI. Ooh, I love that. Yes. So any cast mode UI, I'm a fan of. Now, standardized tooltips so that heavy units are described correctly as heavy instead of armored. I mean, as a heavy unit, I appreciate that. But sometimes I do think it is a little bit offensive to call me that. I would prefer armored. Because, you know, in today's society, calling someone heavy, I mean, I would rather be called armored, right? Anyone agree with that, right? Right? So we all want to be armored instead of heavy. Yeah. Okay, fixed points of interest bug preventing wolfden from taking damage. I've never seen that in my life. Wonderful. Water lanes. AI players will now spawn correctly transport villagers to other islands. Lovely. Flank woods, where gold spawns were sometimes unevenly distributed. Okay, sunken lands. Starting small gold nodes on sunken lands have been adjusted to prevent them from spawning too close to each other. Fixed an issue with too much water generation on mountain lakes. Okay, great. Okay, now we get to the real changes. Scouts will continue moving when the automatic drop-off target is changed. Yes, yes. Okay, so when you pro scout, I don't know if this was an overall thing, but for me, the moment you change it, your scouts just kind of stopped running and I would forget about them. So this is a massive change, I would say. The deer flee distance reduced from 2.5 to 1.5 tiles when startled by nearby military units. Yes! Guys, there's no more deer pushing. Or there is, but tiny deer pushing. That is so good. Military units now need to be within 1 tile to startle a deer. This means that your opponent is no longer going to take 3 spearmen and push everything into a corner. It's actually going to require some brain power. Deer flee cooldown increased from 1 to 8 seconds to 14 to 20 seconds. So this is not just good for deer pushing, but it's also good for people who want to get deer from when you go out on the map and you're busy gathering deer. So your deer don't just all spread into different directions. It's actually going to ensure they stay in one place. Oh, I love this. Defeated units that had a large sight radius will no longer briefly reveal everything in a large circle. Okay, great. Love that. Okay, Abbasid. Abbasid needs some love. And I don't think they're weak, but they just haven't felt as good as the other civilizations right now. So boot camp cost reduced, which is going to mean their military wing upgrade, I think it's military wing, is going to be cheaper. And fresh foodstuffs. That's going to mean your villages are going to be even cheaper. Fixed an issue with trade caravans. Used the incorrect description label. Thank you. Oh my god, that was getting me non-stop. Exploratores reward for defeating workers increased. Oh, yes, yes. I love sacrificing horsemen to kill villagers. And now it's even more worth it. And guys, honestly, you've seen Byzantines. They needed a buff, right? Right? We needed a buff. Fixed an issue which prevented players from placing a cistern near an ally or enemy cistern. Wonderful. Fire lancer damage increased. Okay, I think this is good because we haven't been seeing a lot of fire lancers in a while. And remember when people used to snipe you with a bunch of fire lancers? That was dead for a while. And we will have them back. Extra materials technology repair rate increased from 20 to 25. Does this mean that China got buffed and nothing else? Okay, to be fair, no, China, this is a pretty tough position because China is currently one of the better civilizations in pro play. So China not getting nerfed at all, that's pretty tough, especially considering the thing that makes China OP is not the fact that they can deer push. It's about the fact that they can go for pro scout so easily. So this is just a China buff. I don't know, boys. This feels a little clunky. Okay, farm gather rate bonus increased. Yes. Yes. English is back, boys. English is back, boys. Oh, good golly gosh, we're going to be farming and going for extra food. Very nice. Now, the reason English was struggling a little bit is because most civilizations could go for pro scouts and get a lot of deer. And the whole point of English was that you can get from farms, you can get a lot of food, which made it a very nice position to be in. HRE. Inspiration gather rate reduced from 40 to 35%. Ah, man, that's definitely a big enough nerf. Thank you, Relic. They don't need anything else. That's very, very big, yes. Villagers will drop off resources when finishing building landmarks. Thank you. I noticed this one. Villagers constructing the Arcane Chapel will now drop off resources once it's fully built. Yes. But, yes. Oh, Relic, that is a big enough nerf for HRE. This is all you needed to do. You do not need to touch anything else of HRE. Thank you. So this is a big problem, in all seriousness. The fact that HRE only got nerfed a little bit means that you're definitely not gonna see it in tournaments still, because 35% is insane. When you look at something like Byzantines, they have such a good eco, if you can get there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm happy with this. As an HRE player, I love it. As a pro player, if I'm looking out of their shoes, I think HRE is still going to be a pretty strong pick, because 35 is insane. It's a really, really strong boost to have, and I don't think we're going to see HRE win rates drop much. Okay, Japanese tech tree now includes their barracks discount bonus. Wonderful. The buff applied from being in a Buddhist conversion and then Nehan conversion now have buff indicators. Villagers constructing a storehouse will now drop off resources. Wonderful. No changes. It's a sizable nerf, says Shogun. It's a nerf. It's a nerf. Yeah. Okay. Javelin emplacement attack speed reduced from 1.3. Okay. Monster Javelinier move speed reduced. Okay. This is interesting to me. I didn't realize that Monster Javelineers were broken. I knew they were good, but it didn't feel like Malians was in a position where if you picked Malians and you got to castle, that you were like gonna win it no matter what. This is a nerf, and I do agree they were strong, especially when you got to specific numbers, but I feel like Malians, I don't know. I think a lot of people may have been complaining about passive resources, right? So we'll see. Okay, the Cognate Palace, thank goodness. The train time increased by 10%. This means that units are going to take longer to get out. Lovely. Which means we have some time. I like this. I like this because now it's going to mean that you don't get as many resources as quickly. So, yes. It says Javelin emplacement attack speed reduced from this to that. I think that just means it's going to be slower, Mad Miller. Now, improved food gathering technology effect increased by that. Fixed the bug where Mongol bashers would spawn their second sheep faster. Okay. Fixed an issue where the Khan would not deal more than 1 damage. Okay. So basically, the only thing that got nerfed is the Cognate Palace by 10%. Is this enough? I don't know. I don't know if you getting your units 10% slower fixes the rush. I think the rush is still going to be viable. And I think that's good. We do need a viable rush. I guess it's also because the units were massing up so quickly. So, I don't know. I would like to see how the players do it. What the players are going to say about this. Because honestly, I don't know if this was enough of a nerf to the Coconut Palace. So, yeah, we'll see. Pro players will need to decide what that is. So, and they got the other thing for buffers food. Exactly. I feel like them getting buffed here, but slightly nerfed here, doesn't fix the Coconut Palace question that we're asking. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay. Imperial Council. Mechter drums now spawn 2 Mechters at the town center. I like that. I like that. I think the Mechter system was underutilized, so they're trying to make it viable. Definitely interesting. The Akinyi system now spawns 3 Akinyi at the town center. I am going to be honest with you guys. I have no idea what the Akinji system is. I have never seen these guys. Okay, so they exist. We just haven't seen them. It's the horse archers. Okay. Extensive fortifications now also discounts town centers. Packs Ottoman villager bonus production speed from 50 to 75%. Okay. So, I don't play enough Ottomans to comment on this. Akinci. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Janissary bonus damage versus cavalry reduced. This is good. Because Ottomans was in a position that when you're a horse civilization, or a cavalry civilization, excuse me, a cavalry civilization, you just instantly died to Janissaries. If they press the Janissary button, you're cooked. So, I like this. Janissaries were... Ottomans got to a point where they snowball and you cannot get past it. But with the Janissary nerf like this, it does address that problem, but it doesn't take away from their late game completely. I like this. Fixed an issue where the Ottoman Vizier points would allow players to go over 200 population. Fixed an issue that caused the Imperial Council upgrades displayed incorrectly. Okay, great. Damn it. As a Rus player, I'm not happy to see this, but I am happy to see this playing against Rus. The fact that the High Trade House is going to have less gold per minute is going to be pretty good. But my next question is that it? Is this really it? What? I'm not going to need to go on gold as a Rus player still. I don't know, man. I feel like Rus is really good in the current meta. Because they get to focus their economy elsewhere, while just pumping out a ton of units. I don't think this addresses the problem with Rus right now. But it does address the snowball gold income, I guess. Maybe if you do want to go aggressive, you might need to go on gold yourself, and you can't just spam knights with the income, but we'll see. Definitely going to reduce the income significantly for the gold. Okay. So... the structural reinforcements ability no longer has activation cost. Fiction issue with trade caravans. So what's interesting to me about this is the Ayyubids, the dervishes are in a little bit of too good of a place. And I'm surprised they did not address it at all. Because the dervishes it got to a point where if you have dervishes, they can just run anywhere and everywhere. And they'll be fine. You're not going to be able to catch them when they have a relic. And that did make it a little bit difficult. So I'm very, very surprised they just let that one slide. But I know it's not a big enough of an issue. And Ayyubids is not too broken for them to do something about it. Sorry, my snoot is so itchy. Ooh. The problem is, when you're doing something like Ayyubids with only camels, we saw that being viable. And this doesn't address the camel-only spam, but I guess the players still need to figure out how heavy this nerf needs to be. Ooh. Now, the real conversation we gotta have. Guys, House of Lancaster, we have had issues. Let's go check. Lord of Lancaster ranged and melee armor now improves by +1 in Castle Age and 2 in the Imperial Age. Great. I have no idea what the Lords of Lancaster did because I made them and then I discovered manners. And then we never did them again. So we're actually going to be seeing Lords of Lancaster. Maybe. Hobbler attack speed reduced. I think this is good. Because with Hobblers, it felt like they didn't really have a place in the meta. But they did have a situation where when you go against a heavy archer composition, you had no answer. These guys were just going to run right through you. Heal training damage bonus reduced from... Yes, so this is good. Hobblers, they had a little bit of a snowballing ability. But the real problem, Demi-Lancers, yes! Okay, demi-lances, we can actually kill them now. Especially with the fact that they go to veteran the moment you hit castle. It makes it a little bit easier to handle them. Elite yeoman damage reduced from 9 to 8. Perfect. We can't just let the yeoman destroy everything, right? Do you guys... Wait. Attack speed reduced? Are you guys telling me this is actually increased? Oh, wait. This means the attack speed got increased here. This means the javelin emplacement got buffed. Oh no. You guys are right. Oh no, guys. Oh. Oh, this is tough. Hobblers are gonna attack faster. Oh no. Okay, because I was gonna say, it does feel like this is supposed to be 1 point... Yes. Okay, so we are gonna get more hobblers. But at the same time, they weren't being made out of every composition, so... Okay. Collar of S's bonus versus heavy reduced. This is good, but Collar of S's is still pretty good. It's still pretty good. So, Blacko says, great, I will see more people spamming hobblers in team games. Yes. And I think it's going to be wonderful. I'm going to be playing those. Ooh! So, condensed land practices, technology cost increased. Great. I guess this is the manor cost. So it's a little bit more expensive, which means you're going to invest a little more, which is good. And you don't get much HP. I like this, because now that means you actually get to kill manors. And that addresses the problem we've been having with them. I feel like this is going to make it a lot more dynamic to play House of Lancaster. So open field system bonus. Okay, great. So now the manors are just going to be squishier. This is going to be good. Ships of the Crown, bonus ranged. I have no idea what Ships of the Crown is. Lancaster villagers now have a buff indicator displaying their wool industry sheep gather rate bonus. Oh, that's nice. I like that. But this is a pretty big nerf, and I like it. It does give hobblers a little bit more of a shine. Maybe we get to see a hobbler or two in the game. And yeoman won't be the only composition you need to go for. Lancaster villagers now have buff indicator. Yes, okay, cool. JD. So, no changes. Buff fixes. Or some fixes. Now, Knights Templar. Ladies and gentlemen, they're getting fixed. The Hospitalier Commanderie now increases worker move speed by 10%. The French Commanderie discount and production speed no longer applies to naval units. There we go. Okay, because the problem with Knights Templar was not land. It was the fact that on water, they were just unbeatable. This is good. Very nice. Health increase for the Genitors. Maybe we'll see more Genitors now. Line of sight has increased to better accommodate its attack range. Very nice. Schlachter being addressed, but not too much. So Schlachter cavalry, they got into a position that when you got to the Schlachters, it was just impossible to kill them. Now, not completely nerfed to the ground, but still a little bit manageable, I would say. Damage reduced from 30 to 31, also good. And Knights Templar no longer crashing the game. Love that for them. Where are the rest of the nerfs on the water, though? Huh? Guys, where's the rest of the nerfs? Oh no! Okay, so basically the problem is Knights Templar was unbeatable on water. This was a nerf, but this is not going to make them any less banned. This is going to be a tough one. I think people are still going to ban Knights Templar. So this is going to be a little bit tough. I don't think this is going to address the problem. The problem is still that they are unbeatable on water. There's no civ that it gets even close to them. And House of Lancaster gets nerfed like this, but Knights Templar, they don't really get touched from here on out. So, unfortunately, we're still going to be seeing Knights Templar banned. And I think you're still going to see HRE banned because of these very, very tiny adjustments. Okay. Order of the Dragon. Golden Cuirass damage reduction, hit point threshold reduced from... Okay. Wonderful. So this means that the bonus is not going to be at 30%, I believe. So that's good. Golden Cuirass cost increased. The problem with this was the units, they got tankier as you got lower HP. So it definitely made it a little bit harder to handle off the dragon when they all in you. Villagers constructing Arcane Chapel will not drop off resources. Okay, cool. I don't think that Knights Templar is going to be any less banned. I think House of Lancaster is going to be in a good spot now. I think people are going to complain and say, oh, it's so weak. But until it stabilizes. But yeah, aside from Knights Templar, Rus still going to be banned. HRE still going to be banned. And I feel kind of bad for Malians. I don't know if this is going to remove Malians from the prior pick. So Pleka, I agree with you. I think Pleka also suggests getting the docks to be a little bit more expensive. Maybe that would be the answer. Yeah, with Knights Templar, we're still not going to see it in game, unfortunately. My goodness. Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the patch. I don't think this is it. I think we're still going to need to... Ooh, and also with Mongols. I don't think Mongols is going to be less picked now. Because they got a buff, but at the same time a very, very, very tiny nerf. Very nice. Not enough. Not enough.